friends. So today I'm here to do the My Life in Books tag. I am not sure who created this tag. I saw the Naughty Librarian do it. She may have mentioned it in her video. I'll leave that link down below. Hopefully she does mention it. So the first question is, find a book for each of your initials. My initials are RLC. I was looking for like the first letter of like the title, of the total title. I was looking for the first letter, but all of the ones for R I feel like I've already talked about. So I ended up with Down London Road by Samantha Young. This is about a girl who finds boyfriends to like that she doesn't really like, so that she doesn't feel bad when she kind of uses them and then blows them off to take care of her family because she's got some family situations happening. And then she ends up meeting a guy who doesn't want that kind of relationship from her. And I adore this series. I've only read the first 3. I think there's like, actually I think there's 3 more. I don't even know how many are in the series. And I didn't know about that until I was at the secondhand bookstore sometime last year. And I was like, there are all these books in this series that I didn't know about. But this one's a really good one. Highly recommend. For L, I chose Long Way Home by Katie McGarry. This is book 3 in the Thunder Road Motorcycle Club series. This is not your typical motorcycle club series because it's about the kids of the club, and this one is about Violet and Chevy. And Violet both of them have grown up around the lifestyle, but her father has been, I think he's been murdered or he's in jail or something. I don't really remember. But she has sworn off everything about the motorcycle club lifestyle. She's trying to keep her brother out of it. She's trying to keep herself out of it. But she has been friends with Chevy for a really long time, and they have feelings towards each other, and she doesn't know how to process her feelings for him while trying to stay out of the lifestyle that he is a part of. Highly, highly recommend Katie McGarry books. Highly, highly recommend the Thunder Road series. I loved all 3 books. For my last initial, it is C, and I picked Confess by Colleen Hoover. Ooh, glare. I picked Confess by Colleen Hoover. I don't remember if this was my first Colleen Hoover book that I read, but I really think it's been my favorite. It's about a girl meeting an artist who has people leave him confessions anonymously, and he paints according to the confessions. I have kind of not really fallen out of love, but Colleen Hoover's newer books are not my type of books. I just don't enjoy the direction that she's heading, but I really, really like this version. Number 2 is Count Your Age Along Your Shelf. I am 28, so I'm going to go down the shelf, and I think I'm going to do a book from each shelf, whatever's the 28th book on each shelf. I'll be right back. So I picked the 28th book in my 3 shelves of read books. The first book I picked up is As She Fades by Abby Glines. This is, I think, the newest standalone book that Abby Glines has. This is about a girl who has gone off to college. She and her boyfriend have been in a wreck before she leaves, and he's in a coma, and there are spoilers if I say what I was about to say next. This is a really good book. It's a very short book. I actually ended up taking this on a vacation, and I read it in like one day. A little bit emotional, but it was very good. Another book that I picked up is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. This one is about a girl who has suddenly had to move out of her apartment that she shared with a boyfriend and a best friend. And she meets Ridge, who is a musician, but he's also deaf. And it had really good songs in it. It had a really good story. Highly recommend. This is, again, one of my favorite Colleen Hoover books. The book I picked out from my non-contemporary shelf is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I enjoyed this series. It probably won't be something I ever read again, but I want to keep it on my shelf for a while instead of unhauling it, because I did really like it. I like this cover too. It's really random, but I like this cover with the... yeah. Anyway, I liked the cover. I liked the book. Probably won't read it again, but I'm sure you know what it's about. I read this because of BookTube, so like everybody talks about it. Number 3 is pick a book that is set in your city or town, and there's not one. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I live in a small town in Texas. There's not one. So I'm going to see what I can find in Texas. So for a Texas book, I'm going to pick my favorite author, and that is All Lined Up by Cora Carmack. These are football romance. This is the first in a football romance series, college football, I believe it's based in Texas. I know their high school was in Texas. I believe their college is in Texas too. Love this series. Actually, I should reread this actually. It's been a while. I may reread this soon. Number 4 is pick a book that represents a destination you would love to travel to. I should pick Harry Potter for this. They're all just in the US. Like, I don't read anything else apparently. So I don't fully remember this book. I definitely need to reread this series, but I picked Dirty English by Ilsa Madden Mills. I don't remember if this is set in England or if he's just from England, but I need to reread the series. Anyway, this is about a girl who meets a British street fighter and they hook up and start a relationship. And it was very good. I do remember I really enjoyed it. I've never bought the second one to continue on with the series. Number 5, pick a book that is your favorite color. Now, my favorite color is bright, bright red. And as I was looking at my shelves, everything was either a little bit too pinkish red or a little bit too red. But I think I found the closest thing I could. Going to pick Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. This is a little bit more orangey red than I would like, but her name is the right red, and the spine is the right red. Bright, bright, bright red. This is about a girl named Auden who has, due to family issues, she's got a little bit of an insomnia issue, and she starts kind of going out, and she ends up meeting this guy who rides his bike on this, like, trick course late at night. I love Sarah Dessen books with all my heart. She's one of my favorite authors. I've been reading her since I was in middle school, and every time a book comes out, it's an auto buy for me because I love it. Number 6, which book do you have the fondest memory of? Ooh, all of them? Okay, so I found one. I'm going to go with The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashares. What year did this come out? So this is copyright. The book is copyright 2001. This version is copyright 2005, which means I got this in 2005 because the movie was coming out. And that would have put me at 15 reading this, and I need to reread this series up until the last one Anyway, I loved this series. I actually really loved the movies too, both movies. I know the second one wasn't as good as the first, but it was still really good. So, yeah, Sister of the Traveling Pants. Number 7, which book did you have the most difficulty reading? I didn't think I was going to have an answer for this, but I just found this still on my shelf. Paper Towns by John Green. I don't even know why I still have this. I did not enjoy this book. I did not enjoy the movie. I don't even know why I still have this. And finally, number 8, what book in your TBR pile will be the biggest accomplishment to read? So I kind of have 2 answers for this. The biggest book I have on my TBR shelf is Dear Aaron by Mariana Zapata. It's like 480 something pages. Military romance, gonna be very emotional. It will probably not fly by as fast as some of Mariana Zapata's books do. But then I also have a series that is going to take some time, and that is the Terran Soul series. I have books 2, 3, and 5 here. I still don't know number 4. I'm going to end up reading book 2 sometime this month, and then probably work my way through them month by month. But I am looking forward to it. It's just not the type of books that I normally read. I'm more of a contemporary romance reader, and it's gonna take me some time. So that is the My Life in Books tag. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!